Is that a Christian shirt? No, it's a Blue's Clues shirt.
Anisa is Hasan's biggest simp.
I'm Canadian. That's not very bazinga of him.
It's been way too long since we last spoke on Idubbbz and Anisa. When we last saw them, in my Collargate video, Idubbbz and Anisa both bent over backwards to defend Hasan Piker electrocuting his dog Kaya, when, if you remember, they flat out refused to say anything in the defense of the Klein family, because in that case, their silence meant something. Well, on October 11th, Idubbbz had finally had enough, and after ducking Dad, somebody who's the same weight as him and has the exact same amount of boxing experience would then challenge Ethan Klein of all people to a boxing match. Somebody with absolutely no boxing experience. Remember, the reason he said no to Dad was apparently because the fight wouldn't be challenging enough.
Fuck that guy. He is such a fucking asshole. Like, can we do a sanctioned boxing match? Like I can go to 120 or whatever is needed to make that happen. I can do that. But I think like fucking consequence needs to come that guy's way. It's making me so mad. Like he is so unabashed in wanting to control and destroy and financially ruin Frogan's life, Denim's life, Casey Tron's life. It's fucking disgusting. Like, I forget what it said. I read it briefly, but it was basically like, I think it was something like, essentially like, keep your friends in check. Like, I was thinking that I might offer you some form of like plea deal. But now I'm reconsidering. And it's like, fuck you, you stinky bitch. In his demented little mind, he's like, I can make other people say and do embarrassing things when I financially stress them out and ruin them. I have control now. I can be the Ryan Kavanaugh. I can be the king of the losers. That's what I can be. I couldn't compete in the world of millionaires and billionaires, but I can compete in the world of financially ruining people who aren't even close to reaching my level of wealth.
Well, the next day, on October 12th, an Idubbbz would cope about how his YouTube comments are all negative, saying that his real fans don't comment because they're too busy touching grass.
It might result in me getting absolutely fucking shreked permanently in the comment section, but I think it being an example, because I think it's super astroturfed in a way. I even noticed it with the fucking Ethan, the H3 content cop. There was a huge amount of support on that video. Tons of likes, more likes than dislikes, even though everyone would like people to believe that it's the opposite. But when you go into the comment section, it's hell. Like, people do not like it in the comment section. But I've realized that, like, normal ass people who fuck with the content, they don't have the time. They touch too much fucking grass. They're not leaving a comment. They're not fighting tooth and nail to either defend me, defend Anisa. They're normal people. Why would they spend time in the comment section, especially the comment section of Idubbbz TV? You know, if there was more like of a balance of power and they were commenting support on like a more neutral person, then it would make sense. But it's Idubbbz TV, so it's like they just don't want it. They can't be fucking. They can't be fucked. They can't be bothered. I know that the support from the people that I'm looking to get it from are showing it. They're liking the video. They're, you know, sending me private messages. They're commenting on other places that aren't as fucking nasty as the YouTube comment section. It's really good. Like, you just have to not be scared.
Idubbbz then hinted that his next video is going to be a content cop. Nobody knows who it could be on, but many people believe it's going to be on the Kino Casino, considering how much they got underneath him and Anisa's skin.
So, on my rest day, I'm going to plan and prepare and research my next video. And I have an announcement to make. It's going to be a content cop. No, I'm kidding. It's not, but it might be. I've been thinking about it lately. I've been thinking, like, all right, I can do some of my sweet videos, but there is also like I feel like there's a desperate need. There is a fucking need to make some of these videos. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like there's so many pieces of shit out there. And I just don't feel like people are doing enough about these pieces of shit. And obviously it would never be what it used to be exactly, because a lot of that was very like populist bullshit, where it was making content cops and videos on people that, yeah, sure, maybe deserved it. You know, Keemstar at the most deserving. But I want it to be about things that actually matter to me, or people who I think are, doing what I deem more serious harm and, are worthy of. But, yeah.
Idubbbz also came up with his Halloween costume for the year that we're going to get to see later. Gay Dobby as some sort of own on J.K. Rowling.
Oh, slander J.K. Rowling on stream. Oh. Gay Dobby. I could be like Gay Dobby. Right? Oh. I see. More inclusive Dobby. I like that. Okay. Yeah. Drag it up a bit. I could be Dobby. I could be Harry Potter dressing up as drag Dobby.
After like 5 minutes of simping for Hey Arnold's grandmother, Idubbbz talked about how he didn't like his own grandmother.
Like, I completely forgot how quirky the grandma was, and I think it was a little bit weird as a kid because I didn't think of it as cool per se, and I didn't really have a grandma that was like this. So I think for me it was kind of unbelievable, but I would love to have grown up with a grandma that was more like this. Not conservative, not like there's a certain way to be in life, and that's to not have a fucking soul.
Idubbbz would then spend some time sweeping for Hasan Piker, saying how Collargate isn't a real thing. Guess what, Idubbbz? No matter how much sweeping you do, that will forever be Hasan's legacy. Oh, Idubbbz also tried to gaslight people who don't like Hasan Piker into thinking if they talk about the bad things he did less, it would somehow ruin Hasan's reputation more.
The Hasan dog memes are funny, but it pisses me off how much it will contribute to the confusion. Even I thought the initial clip was crazy, but why would I trust information from Pedo Troll? Well, it's not even that crazy. I just had a similar moment where fucking Merlin and Fiona were getting vocal with each other, and it fucking, out of context or whatever, it might sound like Merlin's dying, you know? And it's like, sometimes that happens. Ethan needs a swift, harsh confrontation with the real. I agree. What's so it's just like I don't know, man, like, the intentions are just far too transparent at this point to say, I'm really concerned about the dog. I really care about animal abuse. It's like, no, you might be able to convince people that you feel that way if you weren't on year 3 of a hate campaign. Like, sorry. And also, if you weren't talking about Hasan every day, if these people weren't trying as hard to take down Hasan on a regular basis, if they were just letting things ride out as they naturally would, I'm sure Hasan would probably be in more trouble, relatively speaking, if they just shut their mouths. Because then people would be like, kind of like ready and willing to be more critical, to have a more critical eye. But you're going to get this reaction where people are just reflexively like, no, you're a fucking loser. Like, back off. You're being creepy and weird. How are you supposed to feel in Hasan's position? Jesus fucking Christ, barely anyone in the streaming space has his back. Well, they just know, all the losers essentially know that, like, it is a little bit of, like, a moral game. And, like, people care deeply about animals. So, like, it is the right topic, basically, to try to isolate Hasan from other people. And, I don't think it's gonna fucking work, ultimately. It's just getting past this moment of, care to make a statement? Care to make a statement? Care to make a statement? This doesn't look good. I think you need to make a statement right now. It's important that people know your opinion on this matter. Like, no, it's not. Fucking not at all.
Lastly, Idubbbz tried to change history, now saying his I'm gay clip was done to empower gay people, and totally wasn't something stupid he said for a video in his early 20s drunk with his friends.
Is it controversial to say I'm kind of now a fan of your I'm gay clip where you're in the green suit? Of course. I think a lot of... No, there's a ton of gay people, a ton of gay people, and a ton of LGBTQ associated people who thought that was, and I genuinely do agree with this, that it was a positive, nice thing to do and entertaining, you know? That's the good side of Idubbbz, I would say. It's this moment of levity that allows you to... Because I think there was an opportunity for me to jump down from the bench tops, and because Max said, jump down and say something gay.
Jump down, and then say some fucking gay shit. I'm gay.
And this was like, you know, this is some very like straight man kind of peer pressure. I could have jumped down and said something extremely offensive, but I just said, I'm gay. I think that was probably like, that was like the most, what do you say? That was the most like politically correct thing I think I could have said. You know what I mean? But because it's one of these moments that I think because I was so edgy at the time and I did say offensive things, it kind of hijacked the narrative for a lot of people who wanted it to be offensive or edgy, because you could kind of interpret what you wanted out of it. Like, oh, he's doing that in a mocking kind of way. We'll see how it ages. I think it's all right.
And once again, that was it. These Idubbbz streams are actually the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm honestly just spamming my L key half the time, hoping and praying I hear something of note. And let me tell you something, usually I don't. Then, on October 13th, Ethan Klein would let Idubbbz know that unless he can get more views than Seandablack, H3 was going to be done talking about him on the show.
You know what's funny about Idubbbz? He's so dumb and uninteresting now. He keeps talking about...
Fuck you, loser bitch.
He's obsessed with our show, but with me particularly and Hilo. He spends his entire broadcast on Snark.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, at this point, there are so few people watching his show...
Dark-brained.
...that there's like 150 people watching on average. I would be more relevant to respond to everything like Seandablack says. And you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Maybe he even has more viewers regularly than Idubbbz. He's he shouldn't even be acknowledged.
His Idubbbz show now is basically like the equivalent of the Snark live chat. I don't know if people know that there is a live chat to subreddits.
Oh, like they do.
Right?
They have like a live chat during the show?
Yeah.
Oh.
Right?
Agreed.
I've seen that before. I don't know if Snark does it. Probably do, but yeah, I've seen that before.
That's what his show is.
Here's the deal, Idubbbz. I know you want me to talk about you. If you want me to talk about you again, you got to average over, what are we saying? Over...
I just looked it up. Seandablack averages... in the month of September, 700 viewers.
Yo, he is fucking monstrously bigger than Idubbbz. Thank you for the prime. I think he had like a big sub push after some big conflict we had, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's losing subs now. He lost like 400 subs
overnight.
No. So he's everything is not looking good.
Fuck you, loser bitch.
Fuck you. Nobody watches your show. So here's the deal. You have to get Ian. If you want me to acknowledge you ever again, you need to average more than Seandablack for a week straight.
Agreed.
That's it. And then you're back. We can do our thing. We can joke and joust and have fun, and then you can get all the attention you want. But until then, it's just really there's really nothing to say, man.
I
might as well just play like Twitch stream roulette and just pick some rando, with 50 views and give him a shout out, right?
Yeah. That would be more entertaining.
So anyway, He's okay. Well, actually, to be fair, he is live to 185 people right now.
Oh, blowing up.
This is a big day for him. So, but anyway, Seandablack has what? You said 700-ish? So you're going to have to break 700 for a week, and then we can yuck it up again. All right. So there's that.
Fast forward to the 15th, and Ethan Klein would also respond to Idubbbz' challenge to go to a boxing match on his Instagram story. So he'll box me with 0 experience, but Dad, who has been training and wants to fight, is below Ian's skill level, so we won't fight him? Ian, you are so stupid, you don't realize you own yourself every time you open your mouth. Additionally, Ian, I would financially ruin you too if you hadn't already done it to yourself. This is a joke. I'm suing the 3 ladies because of infringement, nothing else. Anyway, I'll tell you what you told Dad. Oh brother, kick rocks. Come October 17th, and Idubbbz would address Ethan Klein saying he was done with Idubbbz, admitting that he's not on Seandablack's level.
I'm going to talk to you guys for a bit, then we're going to get into pedo troll shit, which I wasn't planning on doing at all. There was like a 12-hour period where I was like, oh, cool. Like, pedo troll figured things out. He said he's not going to bring me up again until I get more viewers than Seandablack, or as many views as Seandablack. Which, by the way, it's a lot of views. Like, live streaming's fucking hard, and I'm new at this. And yeah, Sean gets good views. That'd be great if I could get up to that level. But unfortunately, he didn't wait. In fact, I think within 24 hours or 48 hours, he was back to talking about me on his Instagram crash out stories. So yeah, we're going to get back into it. I was not going to, but this is what he wants to do. Typical ceasefire behavior. Oh God, Brat. It's yeah, it's unfortunately true. I'm excited for Peter Troll content, TBH. Yeah, I feel you. It's entertaining, you know. That's the unfortunate part about it. If it wasn't entertaining, then, you know, I would literally have 0 reason to do it. Because at this point, it's not even really much of a defense. A lot of the things he's posting is, as the Reddit calls it, his own L's. Why does he continue to post his L's?
Idubbbz then also told us that he watches Mizkif while talking about TwitchCon. Pretty questionable, huh?
You should go to TwitchCon. I cannot do that, Mermaid Law. I cannot. I did see that Mizkif and E-Rob rode a bike to TwitchCon from LA or something. So that's cool.
Idubbbz would then go on his H3 rant of the day. Let's get some highlights in, shall we?
I saw this clip back, was this 4 days ago? This was only 4 days ago. And I thought to myself, like, oh, that's kind of awesome. Look at that. The harassment guy might leave me alone. That would be cool. Because I'm fine with not doing segments like this. Totally fine. I cannot do it. I've proven that I can not do it. But this is what happens. It says Ethan says he'll acknowledge Ian when his views are higher than Seandablack's for a week. Shout out Seandablack, absolute legend. It's like, dude, I'm fucking mocking you. You're a loser. You're a loser, and you think that you're not snark-brained for some reason. Snark-brained.
But anyway, yeah, I'm like, here's the deal, Idubbbz. I know you want me to talk about you. If you want me to talk about you again, you got to average over. What are we saying? Over.
Hey, I don't know, like, I don't know what the intention is with him saying that. I know you want me to talk about you. No, I actually don't. I would be perfectly fine if Pedo Troll never mentioned me. I've made this very clear. In fact, a lot of the people that you harass they've made it perfectly clear that they want nothing to do with you. They want you to fucking close your mouth. Yeah, no one wants fucking Ethan Klein to harass them endlessly.
Idubbbz then actually told us how funny he is. Something that I don't know about you, but I completely disagree with. The funniest thing about Idubbbz these days is that his laugh is just like Cleveland Browns.
I'm like, it makes me realize how fucking funny I am. It's a gift that Ethan's giving me. He's presenting me his L's and he's presenting my W's. I appreciate that.
Idubbbz then let us know he wasn't joking with Ethan Klein, because he's being dead serious.
And then you're back. We can do our thing. We can joke and joust and have fun, and then you can get all the attention you want. But until then.
See, in moments like this, he's saying we can joke and joust. I'm not joking. You're a fucking freak. That isn't a joke. You're a fucking loser who harasses people, and you're deeply, deeply insecure, and you need therapy. Stat. I was gonna say fucking a year ago, but at this point, we need to make up a lot of time here. Bro needs to go into therapy now. There needs to be a fucking what do you call that? An ambulance needs to take him to therapy. He needs to get it on a stretcher. Therapy, that is.
Idubbbz would then talk about Ethan Klein questioning Idubbbz' boxing challenge, completely sidestepping the post.
He's reposting a story, or he's reposting my stream on his Instagram story, obviously with fucking paragraphs. And it's like, okay, so you went from, I'm not going to acknowledge Idubbbz. He gets no views, so why would I acknowledge him? To, I am acknowledging him. I'm replaying his clips on my story. And this is an old stream as well. So this is a clip from, you know, one of my old streams. I'm like playing Wordle. Man, I need to rewatch my my content more often, because I really just put it out there. But like it getting reposted makes me very proud. I'm like, fuck yeah. Like, I mean every fucking word of that. Like, he's demented. And he's a loser. And he's a pussy as well. So he says here, so he'll box me with zero experience. Yeah, no, I won't box you. I'll fucking pummel you in the ring. Like, yes, I would absolutely do that. Sure. I'm not above that. I do like a challenge. I will be honest. I do like a challenge. But, you know, if you're, you know, if you're delusional enough to do it, I'll get down to 120, 110, you know, whatever's needed. But Dad Feels, who has been training and wants to fight, is below Ian's skill level, so he won't fight him? No, I'm not going to fight him. I don't care about Dad. I don't care about him. I'm a piece of shit. I'm scared. I'm not going to fight Dad. So you guys should adopt this creature for yourself. Ian, you are so stupid, and you don't realize you own yourself every time you open your mouth. Additionally, Ian, I would financially ruin you too if you hadn't already done it to yourself. Laughing till crying emoji. This is a joke. Parentheses. This is a joke. I'm suing the three ladies because of infringement, nothing else. Oh, he has to say it's a joke. Anyway, I'll tell you what you told Dad Feels. Oh, brother, kick rocks. Oh my God. Ian, I would financially ruin you too. Okay, so this is interesting. Like, he does, like in this original one, he's showing how obsessed he is with viewership. He would be very fucking upset if he was getting the viewership that I was getting. Right now we have 425 people in here. He would fucking cry if he had that many people watching his shit.
Even Anisa would hop in on the fun with a message to Ethan saying that she wanted to fight him now, even though she refused to fight in Crater Clash 1 herself.
Okay. Anisa's gonna spit during the ad break.
I know you're really scared, Ethan, of my husband, my big, strong husband. So I'll propose this. First ever co-ed boxing match. I'll beat the shit out of you. I can make 120, 110, whatever you may be. And we can go at it if you're too scared of my husband.
Yeah. I think you'd have too much boxing experience. Too strong of an athlete. We need to fight. He needs to fight a worm. A worm with a cast on. Is she,
Once he got back to the stream, Idubbbz talked about H3's new audience and friends. Remember, if you don't agree with everything Hasan Piker says, you're a gross, loser, weird Nazi who needs to go to therapy and touch grass.
I'm not like a fucking afraid of like not engaging in this shit. Like, you know, I know that there are plenty of fucking shitty people in the world that I could spend hours talking about. You know, that's what that's what I'm seeing in this latest video that I've been working on, is there's so much terrible shit happening right now. It's the perfect time to make content, political content, saying you've had enough, saying these people don't care about us, they're awful, they're racist, they're xenophobic, they're anti-trans, they're hurting people, they're killing people, they're putting people in danger. ICE is fucking on the loose, and they are stealing people off the street. There's a million things that you can talk about that are uplifting and entertaining and engaging and political. It's part of this, like, I don't know, this left-right dichotomy that Ethan has found himself in.
Lastly, Idubbbz let us know he did not like Ethan Klein reacting to the content cop he made on stream, calling it immature and stupid. I guess Idubbbz did not like the fact it got debunked immediately, with Ethan Klein pointing out how Idubbbz left out absolutely key information, like, I don't know, Child Protective Services being used as a weapon against him.
It's not normal for anyone to engage in that shit. And it's part of the reason why I think it's so fucking stupid. When I did put out the content cop, I thought it was incredibly immature and stupid that Ethan would say, in a play of supreme confidence, I'm going to react to this hour-long hate video about me. I'm exaggerating. Like, to him, it's a hate video. To me, I'm like, oh, it's, you know, being critical of someone who I was once friendly with. Like, I didn't see that way, but I absolutely understand why that would put him immediately into defense mode and be like, this shit fucking sucks. But he shouldn't have watched the video. He shouldn't have reacted to it live. He should have processed all of his thoughts at home and, you know, potentially just moved past it. Like, to watch hate videos about yourself is not good. It is never good. Like, it's horrible. Like, it is, and I think a lot of people really don't understand it because they interpret it as all as like I don't know, reasonable criticism, good faith shit. But it's like, no, it's like mob mentality mixed with what's making some people money, mixed with fucking zero therapy.
Ethan Klein would then respond to Anisa's challenge on his Instagram story. Anisa, you said you have CTE and 9 major concussions. You also said you have bone spurs to get out of fighting in Creator Clash 1. So are you lying about the medical issues, or are you lying about wanting to fight me? Either way, you're a loser streaming to 150 people, and your sub count goes lower every time a clip of you being a lolcow gets posted around. It's almost time to put your kinesiology expertise to good use. Not long later, on October 18th, and Ian would give more of his thoughts on Collargate while listening to Dr. K, who we haven't seen on this channel since covering Mauled.
Well, I've seen a couple people talk about Hasan's dog as far as like the Kaya, as far as the experience they had with her and what it's really like. And I didn't even think about that as like an angle people were taking. that she's forced to lay on the mat all day long, or whatever this like crazy narrative is. But it's like, even in the fucking stream when I was over there, I've been over there twice. It's just like every time, it's just like she's wandering around and doing what she wants to do, and when she's not, she's on the bed. It was so basic. I remember rubbing Kaya and getting all this fucking like, she was like shedding at the time and getting all this fur on me. And she was loving it, and she didn't matter. It's not like Hasan didn't like force her to go to her bed or go even leave me alone. It was so normal.
Idubbbz also made sure to let his viewers know he did not care about any proof Hasan shocked his dog, and even if he did, it's irrelevant.
Yeah, and for anyone who's wanting to get focused on the shock collar or the vibration collar or any of the specific details of it, like we're genuinely not interested in it. Like, I really do not care about any of it. I'm interested in how people react online, and the hyper focus on like really trying to prove to people that you're right and that it is this way, and I have the proof, and look at this. If you just look at this, you will be convinced like I am. Like, that shit is like very irrelevant, because 99% of the people, probably more, who are upset or, you know, disappointed in any of this, don't actually care. They do not fucking care at all. And if they don't care, it's not important.
Oh, and apparently the people who say that Collargate exposed who Hasan really is need to read less books. Oh, and of course they're weird too. I swear, everybody who uses weird thinking it's some instant gotcha have a 62 IQ.
I actually think the exposes his true colors thing is so fucking cringe. Dude, if you find yourself saying that, like, I don't know, man. Like, you need to just read some maybe you're reading too many books is the problem. I just hate that phrasing, because it isn't even coming from the perspective of like, I hate this person. Like, you just need to own the fact that you have a hatred for a particular person. Like, putting it on them and saying like, oh, his true colors are exposed. It's like, you don't know this person at all. It's so weird. That one, I don't know. It also just feels like a little bit of like a, I don't know. It really feels like a story they're telling themselves, you know? Whereas animal abuse is like less of a story.
Idubbbz even defended Hasan Piker dragging his dog by the tail, saying it doesn't matter. He is willing to sweep for Hasan for literally anything by this point.
Right, where we see him doing things like this. So this builds a narrative of like he's just, you know, he seems to get mad at his dogs a lot. Like, pulling a dog by the tail, big no-no. That's like part of their vertebra, if I remember correctly. I'm not a veterinarian. Okay, I'm a psychiatrist. But like this is like looks really bad, right? So this is like,
but again, like, this is part of the horrors of being a content creator. I imagine Hasan would probably has talked about this clip, and probably said like, oh yeah, I've since learned that it's like not okay, so I don't do that anymore. But it doesn't matter at this point. You know what I mean? Like, everyone, yeah, like even this person in the chat saying tail pulling clip is disturbing. It's like, I don't know. I've seen a lot worse done to dogs that is disturbing, but no one really cares about this unless it's tied to the context of, we are building a profile for this person so that we are justified in like harassment and trying to get them canceled or kicked off the platform or whatever other stuff. And it's like, a lot of these people do not care about this at all. And they don't care that Hasan has maybe addressed it. I don't know if he's addressed this specific one, but I don't think Hasan would be afraid or worried of saying, like, yeah, I shouldn't have done that. That's it.
The next day, on October 19th, Anisa would show off a nursery mural she was working on, freehanding the stencil for a nursery room mural I'm painting. All the drawing is done, and I start painting soon. Later that day, Idubbbz, who was wearing a Blue Jays shirt, then told us why he doesn't like America, because Anisa told him not to.
I got a new mic cover. I haven't put it on there yet. But when we're feeling goofy and silly, I think we'll put on the green one. And when we're feeling serious, it'll be black. Lime, yeah. I went with the lime. I don't know. This was for a piece of foam. I actually think it's so bad. Like, whoever decided to make these Shure aftermarket foam covers, they're making so much money. This would be like the easiest thing in the world to ship. Dude, it's so funny for someone to come in and say, "Shut up, anti-American and anti-dog MF." They're concerned about people being anti-American. I love that. How fucking silly. They've taken the they've drank the Kool-Aid. I find it to be one of the most frustrating things in modern society is the insurance. Like, I really don't think, I think it causes way more harm than it does good, mathematically speaking. Well, the problem is with the anti-American thing is, like, I don't think a lot of people realize that being critical of America is actually very patriotic. It's a very good pro-America thing to be doing because it means you fucking care. And I really miss that, especially when Anisa and I first started dating, because she had plenty of critiques for the U.S., but every time I heard it, I would get defensive because I could not interpret what she was saying as I was like kind of taking it on. It was like, oh, like, why are you being so mean to my country? I live here. I like the things in my country. I like the way things are. But I really had a hard time separating the criticisms from, like, it's not like she was saying, she was very direct and pointed with the criticisms. And it's so, I think so many of us feel like it's a critique of us as people. And it's just silly. It's just silly. And I started to get it a little bit more when I would hear Anisa critiquing Canada. And it was like, oh, you're just a critical person. you're, wherever you're at, you're trying to, think about what could be better. And it's important to think about those things.
Fast forward to the 21st, and Anisa would say that they were depressed during Creator Clash, and that's why they never brushed their teeth or showered. Idubbbz, you should talk candidly about the depression and stress we went through during Creator Clash 1 and Creator Clash 2. It was literally hell. Like, if Ian or me were ever stinky, it was because we were fighting depression demons. Couldn't even bother to function and feed ourselves at some point that era. Idubbbz, that was just too much for us personally to handle, socially and publicly. I'm so glad it's over. On the same day, Ethan Klein would expose Anisa for simping for Hasan.
Anisa is Hasan's biggest simp. It's actually humiliating.
It's so embarrassing.
It's so fucking nuts.
The all-knowing succubus knows you're watching, Ethan Klein.
Hasan's so this is directed at Cutie Cinderella now. She said, the hottest thing about me is that I refuse to sit on that fence. You're still on a fence called Hasan's log. Anyone?
Yeah.
Mom got a giggle.
I like it. Yeah, sure.
Did she post it with the black rectangle or?
I have no idea. She put it or no?
No. That was an edit from the Reddit.
Oh, okay. I don't know if
Gotcha.
Is she naked for real?
She's in a bra.
She's in a bra.
Got it.
Dude, there's no reason for her to be riding this hard for Hasan. This persistently, openly, ridiculously, stupidly. This is just so embarrassing.
Agreed.
I'm sorry, Ian. I know you can cope all you want about how. Oh, I'm just confident. Any confident guy wouldn't care if their wife was constantly obsessing over another man.
I would
The
care.
white Hasan.
I mean, you know,
I would.
I see why you want to be the white Hasan so bad.
Well, come the 25th, and Idubbbz, while watching more Dr. K, would ask why other YouTubers need to comment on drama, something that he does all the time. He even mentions that, saying it's different when he does it because he gets less viewers.
People are just looking, especially if you're making videos, you're just looking for the next video to make. You're not looking for the next best video to make. In some cases, you're just doing something that is interesting to you that passes the time. Like, I think that's what a lot of people's content is online, but we have this disease. It's honestly the American disease where you need unsustainable growth. Like, why the fuck does Ludwig and Moist Critical and Asmongold why do they need to comment on the drama and things that are happening in the community? They don't need to do it, but it does get you attention. People talk about you. Like, they can get plenty of viewers just playing video games, truthfully. But, you know, people love unsustainable growth. It's got to keep going. The number has to keep going up. Don't you comment on drama all the time? Yeah, of course. I'm victim to it just as much as anyone else, or however you want to phrase it, I'm a perpetrator just as anyone else is. But using myself as an example doesn't really like have the same effect as pointing to the people who are actually getting insane numbers by fucking playing a random video game.
On that stream, we would find out the funniest thing about Idubbbz and Anisa's relationship. Idubbbz will stream like 6 to 9 hours a day, but Anisa will still make him clean up the mess she makes when cooking when she does next to nothing all day. It's even at the point that Idubbbz said that the cleanup is not worth her food. This is a big one, so let's get some more highlights in, shall we?
I mean, that's why it's so annoying to me, specifically well, it's totally normal and cool to have, you know, one person doing the breadwinner activity and one person do the housekeeping, is because, you know, in theory that's fine, but in practice, I think a lot of the times that the job of the housekeeper never ends, and when the breadwinner comes home, then it's not as if the tasks are still evenly split. It's that the housekeeper continues doing all of the housework, and then you just reinforce these, in some case, stereotypes to your kids or like gender roles to your kids, and it just becomes automatic. Like when I'm doing the dishes, there's certain things, like if I had it my way, I'd be using like the bristle pad on fucking everything, right? I'd be bristle padding everything. I'd use the rough end of the sponge on everything. But Anisa has told me over time that like it's not ideal, and she doesn't like it, and she's communicated that to me. And so it didn't happen right away, but over time I've figured out methods that make it a little easier for me, and I do not use the bristle pad on anything, really. I don't care how good that meal was. It wasn't worth me spending 10 minutes scrubbing a pan. Like, I'll do a 5-minute scrubbing the pan maybe, but the 10-minute, maybe 15-minute working on the pan is not going to do it for me. So the equation really didn't make much sense, right? It just makes me then be a little critical of the cooking process.
Come the 29th, and Anisa would say the problem with the live streaming community is that other streamers associate with people that she does not personally like.
I just want to say, like, all it really to me, I think more streamers just need to say, like, fuck Asmongold, fuck, like, this creepy rapist Tectone, fuck all these losers. If you fuck with any of these people, like, I don't like you. If the community, I think, was just more...
A little bit of solidarity.
Yeah, then a lot of these issues, like, just feeling like... Because there is a responsibility, and a lot of them even, collabed with and continue to collab with these creatures. And even that is just so tone deaf. Shame and accountability. These creatures are allowed to exist online, and other people who are public in these public spaces, they are afraid to, like, shame these people. And so we don't have safe community online. Usually in public, like, these people would be removed. If there was somebody saying the shit that these people are saying in person, nobody would fuck with it. But, like, all these creators who are afraid of, I think a lot of them are also addicted to views. I mean, look at this Mizkif shit. Like, he brought up views 1 million times every day, and he was worried about it. So you have this combination of being addicted to views, capitalism, this fear of not being liked by a mass group of people, and there's no shame or accountability in our third space. It's the only third space a lot of us have after COVID.
Okay, going off of that, I like the shame. I like that we don't fuck with that shit IRL. How about this? Retiring content cop, bringing in content bouncer.
Also from that stream, Anisa talked about a truck driver crashing his truck and got everything wrong about that whole story. It was so bad, the H3 podcast did a whole segment about it on their show.
Here's a huge Anisa goof you guys are gonna love. Idubbbz wife, horrible person, wrong about everything, hateful,
the all-knowing succubus knows
unsuccessful,
you're watching,
terrible
Ethan
business
Klein.
lady, not smart.
I'm plotting.
And she was trying, to stay off screen, right? She's trying to be cool and like, hey, don't make fun of me. I'm not an on-screen talent. So here she is with her contribution. Go ahead.
I also want to bring up that there was that trucker that literally killed a hockey team, hit a bus. The guy should not have. It shouldn't have happened. But everybody, felt bad for the trucker back then. I remember he survived, and a bunch of kids died, and people were, sympathetic towards the trucker, and you can guess what race he was.
It sounds awful.
White?
Can you believe that? How fucked up Canada is? This white devil trucker created a crash that killed a bunch of kids. And racist Canada was like, he's white, let's give him the pass. Except there was lots of Canadians who were quick to supplement this information, because apparently this was actually a really big story in Canada, extremely tragic. And what happened was a bus driver with very little experience, I don't know the exact details, but there was a horrible crash into a school bus, and 16 kids died. Horrible, tragic. There's one small difference, though. The driver was Indian. He was a new immigrant from India, and he actually faced a shitload of racism. People were calling to deport him. People wanted to kill him.
God.
He was not white. He was an Indian immigrant. So why the fuck did you say anything? Why did you say that? It's so stupid. It's just wrong. It's just so dumb. Yeah.
The driver's name was Jazkarat Singh Sidhu.
That's a white
Protestant
Protestant
guy's name for sure.
What's it again?
Jazkarat Singh Sidhu. I think that's how it's
pronounced. White. Racist Canada was just letting this guy off the hook. The fuck are you talking about? Are you so desperate to be anti-racist that you just lie? In fact, which is actually fucked up, because there was a lot of Indian racism directed towards him, which you completely don't care about.
Right. I think she just vaguely remembered that this was a story where racism was involved, but then just got all of the details reversed.
About a national tragedy with a bunch of kids dying and getting like the key fact wrong is really embarrassing. You know, if I was Canadian, I would be very embarrassed for her.
I'm plotting.
But the H3 crew weren't the only ones dressed up for Halloween that year. Because Idubbbz, like we said earlier, went as trans Dobby from Harry Potter. I'm not making that up.
Dobby loves trans wrong. I'm a treasure. Dobby.
While getting his makeup done, Idubbbz would talk about JD Vance mentioning Collargate during one of his interviews.
And lay down.
You don't have to zap him.
No.
Hasan.
Not like Hasan Piker. No.
Wasn't that disgusting?
No electrocution of dogs here.
How disgusting is that? What does that tell you about a person?
Well, I think it tells you that they're not, that they're bad people.
Yes.
If you can actually cause suffering to an innocent animal, you're probably the kind of person who doesn't worry about suffering in people as well.
Yeah.
And that's been my experience. If you mistreat dogs, that's almost 100% sign that you're going to be a really terrible person. So it's one of the ways, you know, we really sort of test people is if Atlas responds well to them, if they like Atlas, we know they're good people. But you can tell if somebody's really mean to animals, you know, it's like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing.
Don't let JD Vance know that Hasan was killing non-visitors in a video game, or else he might talk about it. Boxing.
Yeah. Dude. Any conservatives fucking commenting on, in the Trump administration, commenting on fucking
gameplay.
Idubbbz and Anisa are total losers. They're absolute hypocrites that magically have a loophole for why anything they do is okay, but still find ways to criticize other people for it. Ethan Klein hit the nail on the head with this one. They have absolutely no relevancy. The only times while going through these streams that anything of note happens is when Idubbbz and Anisa talk about other people. When it's just them left to their own devices, all you're going to hear is Idubbbz talk about his feelings, how other people need to focus on their feelings, and him talking about therapy. Idubbbz' self-destruction did not have to happen, but after everything he's done, he's locked himself into the bad ending, streaming to as low as 180 people on his big Halloween stream, Bleeding Clout, all because he decided to listen to his wife, who's more attracted to Hasan Piker than she is to him.
Joe Exotic for the people of America. I am never going to financially recover from this.